The mission is clear the moment you arrive at Wycliffe headquarters, delivering the gospel to every nation, every tribe, and every language.
A friend of mine says, well, I think that they need to hear from God in the language in which they sin.
Bruce Smith guides that mission. The Regent University graduate is president of Wycliffe Associates.
When they're pleading to God about their desperate situation, about their family, about their physical, economic, political, religious, about all those circumstances, they pray in their first language. They need to hear an answer from God in that same language.
Wycliffe Associates sits here on the corner of John Wycliffe Boulevard and Translation Way in Orlando, Florida. From here in the last year, the organization has worked with some 3,000 volunteers in some 70 countries to speed up the process of translating the Bible. Many of those countries are quite difficult to reach.
The challenge we face today in the 21st century is that all the easy places are finished. All that's left are the difficult places.
One of the biggest challenges in those difficult places is reliable communication. It's a need that gave birth to what Bruce Smith calls the Bible Translation Acceleration Kit, or BTAC.
We found a whole pool of talent that had been just beyond the horizon for us, ready, willing, and able to be involved in helping to accelerate Bible translation, but not knowing how. So as soon as we started describing this opportunity, they just came flooding our direction. So I pretty quickly had a manpower team that was like a dream team.
That dream team's kit includes a solar panel that generates electricity to charge a battery that then runs a small laptop and internet modem, which connects to the internet by satellite. In just 3 years, the kits have served about 295 translation teams.
Some of the translation teams are telling us that just by having reliable communication, their translation pace has doubled. Okay, this is not because they've become faster translators. It's because all of the delays that were inherent in the system before, waiting for answers to questions, not knowing how to proceed forward, waiting to trade files and get responses back, those delays are now gone.
There is often celebration when the kits arrive in these remote places.
The first team I connected was Kibaku. Second team was Kamwe. Many of these places are not actually cities on a map. They're areas where semi-nomadic people take care of animals, have seasonal farms, these kinds of things. These are not cities of any kind of description at all. And so they may have telephone poles, but the poles have no wires on them.
Volunteers also find comfort in the connection.
So to have the capability, very simply, to connect that computer and communicate with people outside of their local area is a huge personal encouragement to them. Because these are the people that are risking their lives, in many cases, on the roads, unsafe conditions, in areas that are antagonistic to Christianity.
Back at Wycliffe Home Base, this work also helps to open a new door to missions work.
2006, the first baby boomers started turning 60. The last baby boomers don't turn 60 until 2024. So right now, we're in a unique provision, I feel, in terms of God's preparation in the lives of all of these Christians who can contribute to missions and can contribute to Bible translation in a way today that wasn't possible 20 years ago.
Peter Poloni is a retired engineer who helps to assemble the Bible translation kits. He and his wife have been volunteering at Wycliffe for the last 4 years.
It's a tremendous environment, and it gives you much deeper insight into what's going on around the world.
Like a growing number of retirees, Peter escapes the harsh winters back at home in Philadelphia and lends his skills to missions work in Orlando. Coming back next year?
Lord willing, that all dependent on him, our health.
Ephraim Graham, CBN News, Orlando, Florida.